Okay, feeling deadly not shame is based on storytelling. It's about yarning, and that's a traditional practice of our peoples, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders, was yarning. And it's also one of the biggest things we need to talk about in terms of lifting the mental health or the spirit of our people is the spirit of identity. We really have to, seeing our young brothers here, but the young brother got up and welcomed us to the country. That is a big thing, something that we need to really embrace, something we really need to tell our young people and adults, this is deadly. This is who I am. It's a sense of spirit, sense of pride. That sense of hope comes from having identity, feeling good about who you are, and feeling deadly. So the resource itself resonates very nicely with our communities, and it makes it easy to go to communities. They really want to hear this stuff. The Armidale community will own this process. I've got a framework, but Armidale community will shape what feeling deadly not shame will be for Armidale. You'll own this spirit. Non-Indigenous people call it resource, I call it a spirit. You're actually going to be planting that sense of spirit, sense of identity in the people. It doesn't matter if you're 8 years old or you're 88 years old. You've got something to contribute here in this community, and that's what we're looking at, okay? So I want you in your groups, and you're welcome to go outside. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes. We're going to talk about strength-based approach. I want you people to really reach down and find out what your strength, what are you going to bring to the table here?
Well, you got to be community-minded for starters, ain't you? You got to be part of the community and respect the community, sort of thing. Yeah.
We know we can't live in the past, but we know that the past lives within us. So that's acknowledging that we've got that strong cultural history, but we're able to move on and adapt to the way that society is now. Not.
It's like a ship. You've got the elders that are steering the ship, but you've got our generation of these young fellas driving the thing on where we're heading.
We're responsible, we're committed, we're team players.
Our main one was acknowledging the differences within the community, that Armidale itself is a multicultural community, and knowing that we've had to work together with non-Indigenous people to develop strategies and programs to help empower the Aboriginal community. And that's helped us to break down the stereotypes and the barriers that have been in existence. And that's not saying that they still don't exist, but there's a whole scope of people out there from different backgrounds that have been able to help us achieve those things.
We come from a strength-based approach. We just give people seeds, really. We give them seeds. They plant the seeds and they nourish that seed themselves in their own fertile soil, if I can use that term, and they grow it. And when they see those seedlings coming forth, there's a sense of ownership. And when they cultivate it through whatever they do at a local level, that's when we see this tree of strength that we leave behind is still growing in that community, and it's being nurtured by a community. That's one way of linking up. It's about looking at that. Having the wisdom, having a learning in the wisdom community, the elders, strong. So it's about having. Society always tells us what we don't have, but we really need to remind ourselves of strength of community, strength of those very things, wisdom, learning, the elders. And in feeling deadly not shame, when you're delivering this to young people, that's one of the messages we like to sort of get across. It's not what you don't have. What are the 3 to 5 issues or challenges facing Aboriginal Islander students and young people today in this community, but also nationally?
Peer pressure, drugs and alcohol.
Responsibilities, especially for young Aboriginal people, because some of their parents may not have got a good education because of, like we spoke about earlier.
Loss and grief, we've got to be able to give our kids the tools to express it and get it all out.
Perfect. That's it, the tools. But if you don't have the tools to cope, the behaviour then becomes dangerous to themselves, to others, or to property. All this stuff you're saying is about, look, they call these risk factors, but we're looking at protective factors. Young people haven't got that life experience in terms of that toolkit, but it's about how can you address that? And sometimes it's as easy as, getting someone safe. And the work that we do, we just provide a framework. How can we assist our young people? And that's through feeling deadly, not shame. How can we support the parents to help with those young people? That's through community yarning. That's working with the parents and families. And how can we get the community to work in with the families and the young people? We have community organisation workshops, break in. It's about growing that human spirit of that person, their identity, who they are, where they come from. The research internationally talks about identity as a human need to survive and have resilience. Identity and culture. I want you to come up with just as a sentence on what feeling deadly means to you.
Deadly is having confidence in yourself and having faith in your abilities.
When I feel deadly, it's like I've got an uncontrollable happiness in me.
Well, what deadly means to me is overcoming an obstacle in your life and moving forward. Being proud of who you are and where you come from.
The self, the young people, the family and community, these are some of the areas of I am a worthwhile person, I have people around me who can help me, and I can do things. So it's about those three things. That's the message is I am a worthwhile person. I am, I have, I can.
What I got out of it today was just being able to look at myself and see what makes me feel deadly, I'll just work on that as from here on.